Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be going over my first of my 5 pillars of what I'm going to be investing in. If you guys didn't catch it, link down in the description for what my plan for 5 different things that I'm going to invest into as far as cryptocurrency. All right, so number 1, today we're going to go over the basics of day trading. One of the websites that I'm going to be using, and hopefully we'll go from there. We'll see what we can do. We'll see if the orders move quick enough to where we can get this rolling today. Okay, so right now I'm using yobit.net. This is not something that I would recommend to use. It's not a bad platform. And the nicest part about it is for you new people who are out there, if you're having troubles getting into Binance, Bittrex, Poloniex, this is a decent alternative. I have a better one, but right now, for the past few days, I've been using this one. So I do have some Ethereum locked up in here. I'm trying to invest initially $100 into it. If you guys are new to this, I guess it's probably a good idea to go over how you can add money into this. So if you are using yobit.net, it's pretty simple. You just click on the wallets after you created your account. Maybe if it'll load. It's a little bit slow. We are here in Afghanistan, so everything is kind of crummy. All right, so this one, it's really nice because you can actually use USD. So there's no need, if you don't want to, send Bitcoin over from, let's say, Coinbase or somewhere else. So let's say I want to add in USD. It's pretty simple. Just click deposit. Select one of these. You'll probably have to create an account, but it's a pretty safe way to do it. And bam, that's too easy. Now, if you are trying to go Bitcoin route, you don't have any Bitcoin and you want to get some Bitcoin and send it through that way. Let's say you don't trust this. Coinbase is always a good option. It's a safe way to send your Bitcoin around, but sometimes it can take a little while. So pretty much what you do is you go to coinbase.com. I'll be sure to leave a link in the description. And what you're going to do after you create your account is you're going to go to buy sell. So let's say I wanted to buy some Bitcoin. Click on Bitcoin, easy enough. Payment method, you'll probably try and set up your checking account or something to it, but I would definitely recommend, if you already did that, to go to add a new account, put in your debit card information. The reason being is because if you do use checking, saving, anything from the bank, you're going to be waiting about 8 days to get your Bitcoin. You do it from your debit card and it can be instantaneous. So after you do buy your Bitcoin, so in this case I've got, let's see how much I have here. Okay, so I tried to buy 100 the other day of Bitcoin. Now it's worth $88. But let's say that I do want to send this Bitcoin over to Yobit to start my trading. What I'm going to do is go to Accounts, click on my Bitcoin or whatever coin you did buy, and I'm going to click Send. And what that's going to do is it's going to send my Bitcoin that I have in this wallet, and it's going to send it to the trading platform, which in this case would be Yobit. I'll go ahead and click Send, and then I'll need to enter a Bitcoin address. So in Yobit, right here, I've got the balances. I've clicked on Wallets. I want to deposit money. So this is pretty much saying I'm receiving money. This one's saying I'm sending money. So it's too easy. You just hit deposit. It'll come up with a code. And this code you'll need to copy and paste. Control copy. Send to the Bitcoin wallet. Enter a Bitcoin address. Go to paste. Bitcoin I want to send all of it. It does cost a fee, so I think this one it costs. Okay, it says I don't have enough to send. Why is that? Okay, so that's why, because it does charge a pretty hefty fee. I mean, if you're like me and then you're only putting in $100 at a time, 0.001 Bitcoin So essentially my 0.0065 Bitcoin went down to 0.53. And if I wanted to send it, I'd go ahead and hit continue, which I actually don't want to send because I already have my money over there. Which brings me on to my next point. If you're not using yobit.net, which with this other one that I'm showing you, I would, if I were you, I'd definitely use this other one. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys what I have going on here and what I've already done. So essentially I invested about 120. It did go into the Ethereum wallet, and since then that has decreased in value, so now I have about $100. I am going to transfer it, I'm going to try to, on here anyways, over to KuCoin. Now this one's a little bit more of an advanced setup, but I'm telling you, it's too easy to come onto this one, learn what's going on, and probably make your profits that much better. So if you're new to the space, I would definitely just jump into this, kind of follow what I'm doing, and then we should be fine. All right, so what I want to do from Yobit is send my Ethereum that I have and take it and send it over to KuCoin, and I'll show you why here in a minute. All right, so I'm going to go to withdraw Ethereum. I'm going to look for the address on the KuCoin. So I'm going to go to Ethereum. There it is. Okay, perfect. Ethereum. All right, that's what I'm looking for. I'm going to hit deposit because I want to deposit the Ethereum from Yobit. So I'll go ahead and hit deposit. It's going to give me an address. Control copy or right click copy. Paste. Max. All right, so while we're waiting on this, I'll show you why this one's much better. So this one, it's pretty plain. You can click on it. You can see a little bit of charts. I think you can see it in 30-minute candles. Now, which is not very good. You want to see it a little bit closer than that. It doesn't give you any indicator warnings or anything like that that you can mess around with. On KuCoin, you can do that. And check this out. Some little added incentives that you have about using this website is one, when you trade, they've got cool little promotions. Trading RPX, you can win Porsche 911 plus 150,000 RPX. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty cool. For this having such a decent intermediate interface, that's really excellent bonus to have. Another cool thing that you can do is you can use referrals on here. So let's say that you do sign up, and then you can have your buddies sign up underneath your name, and then they'll get a little bit of a commission for that. So that's definitely a nice little thing to do if you're, into signing other people out, helping them out. And honestly, this is such a good platform. I would definitely recommend this to anybody, especially to where Bittrex and Binance are not up right now. They're not accepting any new user registrations. This is a pretty decent platform to use. So if I come over here, I click on the markets. Let's go back and check out this little promotion. I'm curious about this. Top 51, you get Porsche 911, blah, 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 150,000. I don't know why this thing will not scroll down. See, during this period, top trader can get a Porsche 911. Very nice. Others, Porsche activity time. So apparently if you trade enough of this, then you're rewarded. That's pretty cool. Unfortunately, I don't have the money to be trading that high of volume, but I'm sure somebody's going to be very happy over something like that, most definitely. Let's see, Kenya's getting listed on KuCoin. So it's kind of nice to have a little news page right here that lets you know what's coming on, what's not. You can scroll down and you can kind of see some of these charts that are doing well. Of course, they've got the KuCoin shares that's advertised. The RPX as well. They must have some sort of trade deal. But let's say that we have vested interest for day trading. Really, any of these would be pretty decent. This one right here, it's got a lot of ups and downs, highs and lows. That's what I want to be looking for when day trading. Essentially, I want to sell when it's high, buy when it's low, sell when it's high, buy when it's low, and so forth and so forth. So something with this pattern is pretty ideal. So let's go ahead and click on it and see what it's about. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about as far as candlesticks, stuff like that. If you don't know, we'll go over it quickly. And kind of some of the indicators that I like to use that I feel like gives me an advantage to where I'm not really losing out on a trade, but I have a pretty good chance of making some money. Okay, so if you look at right here, these are called candlesticks. Right now, this is in an 8-hour interval. Right there is the interval. Right here, you can select candles, and you can do other things, hollow candles. If you want to know more about those, you can probably look up some stuff on YouTube. Maybe I'll do a video on it later on, but we'll see. But for now, we'll stick with candles. So pretty much what this is saying is within whatever time period you have selected, 8 hours, within that time period, this is essentially where the price went to. So in this one, we can see up here at the top, it's got a high of 0.0021980, a low of 0.0018, and then completed at 0.002. So pretty much what I'm looking for is any time that these red candlesticks come down, I know that once it gets about to where I think it's probably going to be about lowest, I want to buy. Because most people are going to try and sell during those red ones. You don't want to do that. So right here, it'd be perfect buy time. And then as it goes up, I'm not going to try and ride it to the top because you always get screwed over when you wait. Sometimes it hits this point, starts coming down, and you can't sell what you've got. So after a few percent, 2-3%, as a day trader, I'm going to call that good. I'm going to sell it. So if we come over here, you're not going to want to do it on an 8-hour time frame, by the way. It's not going to be good for day trading. So 15 minutes, go ahead and test that out. Well, it's a little bit confusing. You probably don't know what these lines are here, but we'll go ahead and see what we've got here. We'll exit out of this, we'll exit out of this, we'll exit out of this, and I'll show you what a good method to use is. And remember that I'm by no means a financial advisor. I just like to give advice as far as what I do. I'm definitely pretty new at this, so you guys are kind of watching me go through, make mistakes and figure things out. So by all means, do your own research, figure out what's going on. I definitely am day trading on this video, so make sure that you're not buying into the coins that I am, because I honestly have no hope for them as far as longevity and any sort of holding properties. I'm just trying to sell on the high, buy on the low. All right, so your two first indicators is going to be your moving average exponential. We'll go ahead and click that twice. You can see it pops up 2 times here. And then also for the third one, we're going to do the McK-E, and I'll show you what those are. Okay, so down here is the McK-E. Up here is the moving average exponentials. So once you have both of those up, what this is going to do, you see that 9 right there? It's essentially recording the average of the previous 9 and showing that in this line right here. So the first one, I'm going to go to format. I'm going to keep it at 9. Style, I'm going to go ahead and do pink. Line, I'm going to go ahead and make a little bit more prominent. That way I can see it. All right, so the first one is going to be 9. The second one that you use, you come over to the setting, the little gear there. Go ahead and put that one at blue. And those are just the colors that I like to use. I would advise doing the same thing. That way it kind of takes away from any confusion. All right, so on that one, we've got the average from the previous 9 candlesticks. Inputs, I'm going to change this one to 34 candles. Press OK. All right, so what this is showing me right here is pretty much what you want to do in this scenario. And this will make sure that you don't really buy or sell at the wrong time. So this is kind of like a safeguard. Move it over to the 30-minute interval. All right, so anytime that the pink is below the blue, you know that you're going to be buying. It's going to be safe to buy when the pink is below the blue. Anytime that the pink is above the blue, for instance, like this right here, you know that it's going to be safe to sell. So just as long as I buy with the pink below the blue and I sell with the pink above the blue, I know I'm going to be good. Now some further indicators that kind of help out. You don't really need this, but this is your McK-E chart. The best time to sell when the pink is below the blue is when the McK-E is pointing down. That means that it's at a downward momentum. And you'll see right here that the McK-E, the pink is below the blue, but the McK-E is pointing up. So right here, some people just use this and they go sell, sell, sell. But because I'm using both of them and I'm trying to be as safe as possible, from this chart, the pink is below the blue and I will not buy like this is telling me to do, or to sell, excuse me, because the pink is below the blue. So pretty much if the pink is below the blue and it's pointing down, buy, buy, buy. If the pink is above the blue and it is pointing up, such as this, I want to sell, sell, sell. And the farther your candlesticks are away from the pink line, pretty much the better opportunity it is to buy or sell. So you can either, if you're really trying to be safe, then you can go off of that. You know, for instance, right here would be an excellent buying opportunity. I'm watching it, it drops. So I go, oh man, that's an excellent time to buy in. I know that it's going to rebound after it hits the bottom right here. So I'm going to buy. I can still see that it's still below. Right here it shoots up. It's still below. If I'm playing it safe, I'm going to wait. And then once, as I'm watching, it kind of crosses that threshold right there. I'm going to know it's safe to sell. So am I going to want to sell right here? Probably not, because I'm going to watch this average. And I'm going to wait for it to go back down, and I'll know that that's probably a good time to sell. Right here, it hits below. That goes underneath. I don't want to buy it on this conversion point, but I want to wait for it to go below. That's way far below. It's probably an excellent time to buy. This comes back up. It's still not above the blue line, so I'm still going to be hesitant to sell. But once it does start to go up and gain a little bit of space in between, I might know that it's time to sell because it looks like it might dip back down. So if I can get away with selling, I'll go ahead and sell. Looks like it's about to hit a downward momentum. So that's kind of how you do that. And that's kind of a tried and tested way that a lot of people do their day trading. I haven't tested around with too many other different ways. I've kind of used this, and it has worked out well for me. Yeah, I mean, it definitely has. Pretty easily, I can put in, you know, maybe $100 into this, and using this technique, if you find something with a good pattern, you can definitely gain 10% on that in a day, and that's pretty good profit. You're not going for huge profits. You're not trying to ride some big, huge spike up or anything like that. Essentially, with day trading, you're trying to get the little micro profits. One, because it's a little bit more stable that way. If you're looking for that previous pattern of constantly going up and down and up and down, you know that you can kind of ride that wave and hit those micro profits. But two, it also allows you to get into less volatile coins, stuff like that. So let's go back and see how this is going. Okay, so I don't think this is going to go through. I might have to trade around on this for a bit until I get this figured out. So we'll go ahead and head over here, and so we've got Ethereum. Click on the Ethereum market. This is going to pair all the Ethereum to all my previous altcoins. Not previous, just all the altcoins that it does have on here. I don't think you can do a favorites function on here, which is kind of lame, but okay. So this does have the biggest volume. It's set up by volume. So Ethereum to eCash would be the largest volume within this trading pair. So generally, if you're trying to ride the waves, you don't want to have something with a huge volume, because generally that means that it's probably not going to go in such large increments up and down. You know, maybe something in these smaller ranges like 85, 12, 10. Definitely don't want to go anything under 4 in volume, anything around there, really. You start to hit these altcoins, which YoBit is excellent for having just crazy amount of altcoins. And you can really get into a really volatile situation. And what I mean by that is, let's go ahead and click on this one. Go to the 12-hour mark. Yeah, so let's say that you buy in right here and it spikes up and you think that you're doing well, so you try and sell. Essentially, there's so little amount of people in here that you're probably not going to be able to sell what you've got, because nobody's really buying. It just drops off the face of the earth. And who knows if it'll ever pick up from there, so you may have lost out on all your money. So I usually try and keep it safe by having it on a larger investment. Now with PAC, right here, this was one that kind of got a huge pump and dump on it over the past week. And I did kind of ride the pump all the way up, and it was a little bit sketchy. I probably shouldn't have, but I did double my money initially on it, so that was nice. Every once in a while you can ride these pump and dumps and be okay, but it's definitely more high risk to do it that way. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and test around with this KuCoin. Hopefully I can change everything over to KuCoin. I would definitely recommend getting KuCoin and just sending your Bitcoin directly to KuCoin. If you guys have any questions, let me know. There is a referral link to KuCoin. It will give me a commission of I don't know how it works. It gives me 10 bucks or a 5% or something. But if you guys do feel like using that referral link, feel free to use it. It's in the description.